this impeccable utility usage, great scaling on. Sometimes it was just Bemis gets 3 kills randomly from Jaguar, and then Frozen does the same somewhere else in the map. You know, not necessarily the most cohesive of efforts. So we'll have to wait to see what exactly they can present to us over here.
Well, fast play here from MOUZ, and Acor's already hit the deck. Era's got 2 right off the jump, and the smoke will be a little bit late, but they can get this plant down here on the side of MOUZ, being this man down.
Smokes off Mini over here, and it's Isaac to find Frozen. Quickly shuts him down, drops long range with the P250, but he's traded too fast. Bemis is gone as well. GamerLegion will be able to get the swift retake and make it work.
Yeah, Era getting those 2 kills right off the bat. You could see MOUZ were a little bit flustered about getting that one planted because they knew that the rotations were coming in quick there from GamerLegion. Era even getting another one after the fact as well when it came to fully retaking. Keeping things under control, of course. Then with this CT start, we've looked at how effective this half in particular can be for this squad, and so I'd almost anticipate that when we go into this game, we're expecting GamerLegion to try and come away with a double-digit lead, or get themselves up to 10 or 11 rounds rather on the CT side, for them to feel like they have enough wiggle room when they get into the other half. Already knocking MOUZ down a peg. Of course, with that plant, they can facilitate the buy. A couple of Galils are out. Of course, opting with a lot more utility opens up options towards outside, and so you'll see these smokes eliminating angles here for Rusty, but an off angle that Frozen may not anticipate. A little bit awkward on the spray, but Rusty's able to compensate.
Definitely all over the place from Rusty. He doesn't have utility to back up there either. Has to be very careful about that hovering presence of Dexter. Zero is going to be the one who is put underneath the real pressure, though. Knows that Dexter could have gone down to secret, now has to go back to investigate that as well as be aware of the ramp push that is coming in. Zero is going to be boxed in from all sides with very little help, but at the very least, Isaac's rotated over. Zero's gone. Dexter, sharp shot.
Yeah, that really opens up options. Isaac now moving in from Decon, and while he's opened the door, showing his presence, MOUZ can scale in effectively enough to get this one planted, and Dexter's got another. That recovered FAMAS is struck by, and now GamerLegion that man down.
Makes it that double, triple man down with drops just coming through with a few too many. Imma, man who we highlighted as being the star performer and has really lived up to his name many a time on the CT side. This time over will deliver nothing. Could have been a very different round over here if they were able to get maybe a cleaner kill from Rusty over there so he can follow up, keep Dexter outside of secret. Dexter really did seem to be the linchpin that made all that round fall apart for GamerLegion.
Yeah, that's pretty nightmarish. Winning first and then losing second, especially on that CT side. Good news for GamerLegion is that their force buys, at least yesterday, seem to be pretty good in terms of sort of slingshotting them back into games, and so they will commit pretty heavily
gone for the full force buy.
And they've got a bit of floating change.
Yeah. Just in case they need to visit a vending machine on the way down. Nuke does have those, of course. Dexter kills Rusty, though, so Rusty can't go to a vending machine.
Don't know if Rob spotted the player dropping down vents, but either way, you'll have a bit of open territory over on this A side. Ime does clear things in towards lobby and actually has a timing, but Frozen spots it out, does some damage as well. Ime has to back himself away.
GamerLegion are in a boot camp, right? Why does it look like Imma is just fully darkly lit compared to the rest of his team? Zero's just sitting flooded and lighted. Imma is just in complete shrouded in darkness.
Yeah, pretty sure. Seeing players tackle each other yesterday.
Yeah. That'd be a very interesting boot camp facility if you could have like your own lighting so you can adjust to have it like back home.
Very immersive. Indeed. The LAN and online experience.
Asp.
Well, no problems getting this one down. Of course, GamerLegion not really looking at contesting this round. They can get their hands on a rifle or two, always nice. This is the problem you fall into by losing that second round, is that you're very likely to see a resurgence from the enemy squad, and MOUZ are making good use of it, not taking any real risks in this round either.
Frozen, hopping around the corner. Doesn't really end up falling over to Era. Looked like for a second there, the pistol could maybe overrun, but yeah. GamerLegion won't be able to get anything out of the second round force buy of theirs either. Third round, rather. MOUZ make that look very clean. Now, follow-up will be without GamerLegion having a buy, so MOUZ Sports just get to extend that economic lead that they've already established. This is looking very good for them, especially when you consider they've got 3 CT side weapons. No, 4 CT side weapons. That is the AUG, right? Not the Creek?
That is.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, whatever you get your hands on, whatever freebies you carry forward. They're not going to be too picky about it. And this is, I think we're starting to see of course, the reasoning behind the GamerLegion pocket change in the previous round. Of course, when they get into the full gun round, they'll have extra utility. But even with flashes being pretty good at blinding up these MOUZ players, not finding any kills off the back of it. Damage is done. Dexter brought fairly low, so don't imagine he'll want to push much further forward. And while Ime investigates with his Zeus, he's the last man to do it. Rops is too privy.
I actually really like this call from MOUZ over here. Just the smoke out for locker rooms to make sure that you don't have a double scout angle to deal with potentially coming in against you, or even just double deagles with the verticality on generators plus locker room. And then just go strafe outside, take long-range duels versus pistols, rather than just trying to go for a more traditional, hey, smoke, nade, molo. You get to save a lot more utility, a lot more money that way, and you get the long-range duels where you should be favored with the rifles without having the triple angles to deal with between heaven, generator, and locker room. That's really nice, actually. Pretty basic, but, you know, makes it work.
Mm-hmm. Well, wall smokes down here for MOUZ. They use them all. Actually flashed right through. Rusty had no idea that one was coming, but Isaac's able to pick up the slack. A 1-for-1 exchange, but down secret, MOUZ will go.
Eros managed to cheat past the double nade, and he'll have full information of this. It all comes down to Isaac. Can he find the frags? He's getting ready to prep a grenade. He decides not to cook it yet. He's got himself the double headshot as well as the finish onto Bemis. Dexter regretting his positioning a little bit, maybe. And Aiko's just creeping right back through. He's the only healthy player on the side of MOUZ Sports. Between him and Rops, they're hoping to maybe cheat a few players back, make some noise on the ladder. That looked like it's intentional. Just make sure GamerLegion can't commit to the B-bomb site. Rops is hoping to cut off anyone looking for information, hunting for it.
Isaac's keeping them honest here on the side of GamerLegion. Isaac's in a very committed position. No support will be available either.
It's going to be very good for his decon push coming out, though. He'll dodge out all the utility, all the flashes, can even prevent them from getting a bomb plant unless they go directly inside the smoke, which it has its own risks, but 25 seconds, and Rops is coming in for the late flank. Isaac is gone. Zero's been revealed as well. Acor ducks out of position. The bomb can go down. This is suddenly looking so much better for MOUZ Sports, especially with Rops coming in from behind. He could make this all work out. Acor might be dead, but he's bought the time necessary. Flashbang straight forward for Imma to peek out. Great shot to find, and Rops is just going to be a little bit too late to the party. They're going for the defuse, not quite sticking it. Rops has realized it, but they're aware of the flank coming through inside the smoke. It's Era, and he's got it done. MOUZ Sports looked like they were going to steal that one away, but just couldn't get it.
Yeah, it's a great effort there from Acor to get the kill to secure that plant down for MOUZ, but you could see GamerLegion just spread out enough, and as well being able to rendezvous in at ramp so that they could set up for a flash play so that they deal with that player on the bomb site. Once they realize that it's just Rops, well, where does Rops like to be? Stabbing you in the back, typically. And so, yeah, keeping in mind that the flank timing was a possibility, if not for the fact that they cracked into the bomb site when they did there for MOUZ, then felt like they were going to get shut out of the round, but they built up some decent money as a result of rebounding in that second round, taking CT weapons forward. So have to see consecutive moments here for GamerLegion. Acor's AWP will be gracing the server. Era, look at the aggression outside. Rusty's already found the first, and Era's deep peeking even for more information. Doesn't spot anything from it.
Oh, Rusty will be able to get another over here. GamerLegion looking so good this round. Really sealing the third in place before it's even properly gotten into the, into the middle of it. MOUZ Sports have got some thinking to do and lots of time to do it.
All right, boys, what's going wrong? Quite a lot, to be quite honest.
Why are you dying?
Yeah, liking that we're seeing GamerLegion already attacking areas on the CT side. Sometimes it can feel a little too comfortable sitting back of garage and just fighting from main, letting them get these wall of smokes down so consistently, making MOUZ have to work for it in the future, setting the precedent nice and early.
Careful, Robs will end up falling. That's a very annoying angle to deal with unless you've got an AWP on the other side as a T side.
Yeah, it's like almost impossible to clear.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. Especially now that people are now switching back to the M4A1, so you don't even need to buy an AUG, which was generally the go-to.
That and the Krieg's fallen out of favor. Another weapon that could have helped you in a fight like that.
Yeah.
Well, a little lonely here for Bemis. Looking forward to
saving the
round
AK
7
makes
instead.
sense. In all fairness, they'll be able to buy in the next round regardless, and they don't really have the loss bonus over here, so I don't hate it.
Yeah, saving more than he loses as a result of not getting the loss bonus. No problems. Aside from the fact that GamerLegion are hot on their heels, tying things back up, and like I was mentioning earlier, actually going for some of these aggro plays, so MOUZ will have to keep that one in check. Keep that one in mind as well.
Zero's got to stop living up to his name, though, very soon.
There's no need.
Good start from GamerLegion.
Zero living up to his name.
Arrow's been a menace for GamerLegion so far, and outside. Generally been good for a couple whenever he's decided to foray over. Also a very frustrating angle for Bemis to clear out. He is just jiggling for now, doesn't want to commit too hard, but MOUZ look like they're setting up for a late lobby hit, or rather late hit through lobby. Could change their mind though.
Yeah, just not going for these smokes outside right off the bat, but kind of poised up to go for a bit of a later timing. Rusty is lining up a one-way himself. So as soon as these smokes get thrown, you imagine Rusty's going to deploy one of his own and try and facilitate or actually move in for a bit of an aggro play. In fact, distinguishing and extinguishing rather the Molotov means that they'll feel a little bit more uncomfortable about pursuing this secret play.
Deep Nade's going to find nothing. Frozen once again finding space inside garage, but it's Rusty to reveal his position. Very deep Molotov. Forces him forward.
30 seconds, though. You need to get a move on here if you're MOUZ.
And there's a lot of utility on GamerLegion as well. They've got two incendiaries to work with, and Era's position is so hard to deal with. Immer's found Robs and makes it two from on top of the silo. He's just stopping them entirely. Era gets another. Meanwhile, Isaac's just sitting, lurking, completely unneeded. It was just the backup plan. In case anything goes wrong, call Isaac.
That's one of the problems with going with a later timing outside is that it not only allows the CTs to put themselves in a position where they can meet you out in that particular area, but if you don't take and sort of capitalize on that territory, whether that's flanking towards that hell position, breaking into the lockers and even threatening the ramp flank, MOUZ are just left with very few options, and so main had to be the play. It's just a big surprise that Im is able to come up with two. Those are the kind of margins you can't give up here if you're MOUZ. And now their money has run thin. A great chance for GamerLegion to continue to build and establish a lead on the CT side.
But you have to deliver right here and now. If MOUZ can still scroll one more together, yeah, that lead is it's not going to be coming without a lot of cost to your economy. And Frozen's taken down Era early on. Big frag to find. Frozen's been consistently able to find space, but not always been great for the entries. This time over, rectifies that.
Could sneak their way in towards ramp, though. No one's really looking at this on the side of GamerLegion. It's open territory, free real estate.
Rusty, in the meanwhile, is hoping to compensate by getting a trade up for lobby. Maybe a quick push out can give them the information that's needed to go for the pincer, but Isaac playing the lower bomb site is waiting for maybe Frozen to come through in the late lurk and get that quick hit in. Frozen, however, patient. Cool as a cucumber. 30 seconds.
Lobby.
That's the time to start pulling the trigger. They're making the move. Rusty's not good for it, neither is Imma. The duels don't go their way, but Zero's right here, and he's preventing them access from the bomb site. It's Robs who has to sidestep and come in to shut him down. Even so, not too many casualties on Power Sports. Isak comes in from behind, and he's got 2 before Robs finally trades.
Gets a little scary there, even on the 1-on-4. Good damage found from Isaac in spite of the fact that they lose out on so many of those early fights. You know, outside gets taken. They lose out in these duels as they try and breach into A. It's only singular kills being found from the GamerLegion front. They were kind of on the cusp of breaking away here on this first half, but like you said, that was a round to deliver in, and they failed to do so. Era up close with an AWP. Rob's already down the vent, and Era still trying to get this shotgun off, actionable. He's found it around the smoke, but now escape doesn't seem like an option. Down through the smoke, he will find an exit path, but already that man down. MOUZ, a flank towards these secret steps that will not be realized. GamerLegion are accounting for this. A player already on the lower side. Where has Era found this kill? It's straight through smoke.
Yeah, really putting on his best A-Core cosplay from Ancient. I mean, still has to be careful. Dexter's playing around container. Dexter's the one with the bomb, remember? They don't have smokes down any longer to get a quick cross through. So MOUZ Sports are going to be very perturbed by Era's positioning. Although they are looking to cheat straight past. A-Core was given the bomb. He can move down under. Dexter is left to lurk. Era very soon will be likely getting exploratory. And Rusty is down on the lower bomb set with the Deagle. MOUZ Sports thought that maybe the economy being hampered would matter, but Rusty alone, man, he's been good with some deagle shots before as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he just managed to get 1 or 2 out if they're getting onto the bomb site without a flashbang.
Would have been ideal if somebody could help break the glass there for Robs the other side of it, but not going to be realized. Yeah, Rusty real close with his Deag.
Oh, beautiful 2 kills coming through. Rusty set up for it, and there you go. He just can't get onto this bomb site.
Oh my God. Yeah, wow. How has he managed to find the sequence just like that? The timing on those peaks is so pinpoint. It's a round they shouldn't be able to get away with, but GamerLegion have snuck it through. Not only is Era finding double kills outside on the hero AWP, it's Rusty on the Deag that finishes off the job. MOUZ knocked down to pistols now.
Rob just comes through with a quick frag. He's been given the hero AK and given a lot of space to play around now that he's found Zero. Full ramp control, and they weren't expecting it to come through this early. Era playing actually all the way from secret. He's trying to prioritize getting some more outside control in the meanwhile, just so they can find the lurker. They want to get whatever equality they can, but problem is, Imma's position's really hard to clear out, but he's missing his shots. Era and Imma at least keep things under control though. A Molotov straight over, immediately extinguished out by the smoke. They're trying to wallbang as well. Imma, however, is being gray screen, and he didn't realize that until it could have been too late. Still, gets away to safety. GamerLegion are still in a good position, but not an undefeatable one.
Yeah, with its extra rifle, it could be enough firepower necessary, but we saw what Rusty was able to do with a Deag. He's got a rifle. Only man on this lower bomb site, and so it has to come up with the goods. Window's not broken. Really hard to flank him out as a result of that, but the lack of armor is going to be a key focus. Now noise being made on this lower site.
God, time's ticking down. Low MOUZ Sports have been trying to play this so many times over. Imma's position is going to be caught out. A-Core to be the one to do it.
Great cover.
He's even got an incendiary recover, and this could be disastrous, but Rusty is coming in to try and prevent that disaster. Breaks all the glass he can. Buys some space with sound cues, perhaps. I'm not quite sure. Maybe some frustration. Punch a glass window early on the way out. Robs will have to deliver, though. Era coming in from behind. Might have caught the timing. A P250 in his hand. Robs is not going to check it. It's a straight shot, and it's all they need. Era needs to follow up, and it's Isaac who actually brings it back. They've got the kit necessary, a difficult retake, and MOUZ make it so damn expensive.
Yeah, and that late flank, you could see Rops is keeping that in the back of his head. He knows that the timing's available to him. It's a timing that he tries to capitalize on all too often, but still, it's so late in the round that he just doesn't think that Arrow will go for something like it. But those free kills that they're able to get as a result of not only Rusty finally activating on that lower bomb site, but then dealing with that sort of late ramp player as well. Acor just left on an island. It does come close, but like you said, GamerLegion had the necessary equipment to pull through. In spite of them getting so close, this will be a time for MOUZ to call the attack.
Do they go for the AWP on Acor?
Might be what's up for debate. Feels like these slower rounds haven't really been working out too heavily, but no, still going for it.
I honestly, I think I prefer that than anything else. It feels like Arrow's just been so much of a menace with his own op. You can't contest that without a Krieg or an AWP of your own. It's always going to be difficult from the T side anyhow, but you know, maybe maybe Acor can get some sort of quick kill out. Rob's great space to find. It's Era who's missed out a shot. Rusty's the one who's being baited in for, though. Era is gone, however, and Rusty, well, you'll have heard the call being made. Their player's coming over, but he needs to fight his way out. Backing off is impossible with Dexter on top of him. Dexter, the quick triple.
Yeah, wow. It was a heavy outside setup, and now trying to get something going around the smoke. It's Isaac that's found. Zero, solitary man, and he knows outside is a vulnerability. These MOUZ players are all over the shop. Eats the flashes. Spotted out. One's going to be a decent amount of effort, but the flash is in, and actually the missed shot from Acor, Zero can escape.
Yeah, he needs to. Money's still not great for GamerLegion. They should be able to buy in the next round regardless, but Zero having the ability to drop would be quite nice. Props right under him. Can you wallbang that, Michael?
I believe all of them can be wallbanged with an AWP.
With an AWP, okay. Because I remember there was that one clip where LexiB just traced out a bomb planter from the lower bomb site and shot him down with a deagle.
Oh, yeah, the deagle might also be one of the exceptions. Those bad boys do have some mean stopping power. 50 caliber bullets. So the difference between penetrable or not. But the sites have been penetrable. MOUZ up to now 5 here on this T side. And GamerLegion, while they had a decent resurgence, missed out on key opportunities to build and create this gap that I feel is oh so necessary, especially when we start talking about that second half.
Oh.
Harris got in a kill with a USP.
Yeah. And considering the position Zero's found himself in, that could be very impactful.
Must have gotten a tag. So it'd be scary to think he got double dinks. Dexter outside is trying to lurk through this smoke. Arrow may not account for this particular angle here from Dexter. Smokes fades, and that's an easy one for the in-game leader here for MOUZ. The secondary, he tries to go for heroics once again, but not going to get the same multi-kill performance. Yeah,
the entry's not really working out over there, and Zero's positioning, are they going to be expecting it at all? It seems like they're at least going to check it out, but they're... Oh man, that looked like it was going to clear away for a second. Bemis will still end up falling. Rusty, though, traded out quickly enough. MOUZ Sports bring it back to a 2-on-2 and with plenty of time to try and work with. Robs is going to be the one who's activated to give them this possibility.
Yeah, now only email left. Bomb has been planted. I mean, going for the save feels like it is rather tempting, but if there is a man that you want to deliver on the goods, Ime could very well meet that call, pick up the phone.
Who's there? Emma. Question is he going to be able to find it, though? The AWP is in such a difficult position. What? No, Acor's missed a shot. Emma's got a chance over here. No. He's trying to lead forward. Acor now lands the no-scope. What in the world is going on here?
Oh, they had the crossfire. MOUZ, they had the crossfire. They knew where he was coming from, and still they give up these isolated frags. Those misses from Acor could have been devastating. I mean, we see these glimpses. We're talking about how convincing an argument there is for GamerLegion to have potentially caught an upset this series. The CT sides have looked pretty strong, but now here on Nuke, we're talking about this being one of the stronger maps here from MOUZ. They are showing us some pretty good diversity in that respect. They're going for some of these contact plays even. Of course, this is a round up against pistols, but shouldn't be any issues. No armor, no guns.
I mean, this is where Michael GamerLegion really laying their foot off the gas. Could be coming back to haunt them later on. Mousesports are setting up for a... Well, I mean, they've already got themselves a great half, but they're setting up for an even better one. 9 a possibility. Next round's really all that they've got left, and they recover an AK. If they save this one, that'd be quite nice. Their money isn't very good on GamerLegion. Even the loss bonus not the best.
Yeah, a whole lot of factors working against GamerLegion, and they're going to miss out on these big numbers advantages when it comes to the rounds at the half. MOUZ effectively securing themselves up to 7.
I mean, so much of it comes back to that one round where Robs' hero AK gets him 3 kills as well. Just cracking the economy before it could even be solidified.
But they were teed up for it in a way. GamerLegion had this effective coup de grace, had this chance to really get them, I mean, effectively 1 or 2 more free rounds as a result of the economic situation MOUZ would have found themselves in. But now getting caught down, trying to escape the clutches of MOUZ on the tail end of this round. The 7th dialed in. Need to see some of these different setups here from this GamerLegion CT side, liking what they're offering on some of these outside attacks, the way that they've tried to go for maybe 2 or 3 players in presence to deal with the wall of smokes that MOUZ love to go for. But this is where you almost want some additional presence elsewhere. Lobby hasn't really seen too much siege.
Lobby would be really my call for it. I might ask for it. Just get a quick lobby crunch, something on those lines going out. Let your op take care of outside. Era's been doing a great job so far. Lots and lots of smokes being used for this particular wall. Good flash timing.
Flashes too.
Era's going to be here regardless. He's playing around those smokes, and if Mousesports are committing to the red container, they should be able to trade quickly. Acor confirms that suspicion. And now Rusty, just hoping for some information to be given up before Isaac is about to be barraged by a slurry of terrorists.
I think Era was of 2 minds about whether he crossed a secret or not, because you could see he was just kind of out in the open. If he was on the steps instead, maybe have been able to get away with that kill and fallen back. The fact that it is a 1-for-1 means that there is this vulnerability outside. That's what Zero is trying to look for in case of a garage flank.
Oh, sharp. Zero. Dexter is completely caught unaware by him, and the advantage given up now. Isaac, all he has to do is find a kill and expend the incendiary. He cannot be remaining without using it. Even if he chucks it out right now, that's great timing. That's a great spot. That's a great little bit to try and fight for. But I mean, the call might be made to be more wary of a vent dive. Isaac might be missing out these players. He does spot them at the very least. Information gain, and Robs will be unaware of his positioning.
2 on 4, and Frozen needs to deliver the goods. Plant is coming through via Acor, and that AWP can reposition. They're going to double up together in through the double doors, and Ima is close enough that they can hear this information. It's all about timings now for GamerLegion and whether or not they give up these isolated fights. Frozen's down. Acor able to adjust, but it's not going to be enough. There's too many players too close by, and GamerLegion will get another post plant, another retake to fall into their favor. They're still looking to recover the CT half.
And a fully free kill on Dexter given up to Zero just gives them so much more access to outside, where Mousesports don't feel comfortable trailing back from Secret. They're so hard committed there.
Yeah, you can see they kind of ground to a halt as a result of that. Having to speed things up towards that lower site, and it was given enough access that GamerLegion could play the numbers game after the fact. Solid stuff when it came down to just sealing in the round here from GamerLegion, but can be scary, just giving up as many information paths as they did. Rops once again down these vents, has done this time in, time out, and hasn't actually been punished for it. Not even really spotted very often.
Oh, and he could be really dangerous ahead. He's trying to come straight back out from secret between
my
him
God.
and Rob and Frozen. This could be dangerous, but yeah, Frozen through the smoke. Firing away. Acor's been set up for success. Arrow wasn't even looking out for it. There is a trade, but...
I mean, that's a dangerous play for Arrow to go any day of the week anyway.
Oh my God, that is crisp.
It's clean.
Crunchy. Rusty? Hoping to be able to respond. I'd be a bit intimidated after that shot's come through, but he isn't. Emma as well knows that there is information of two players being outside. Rops' position in garage is confirmed. Zero solid shot to find. Rops is good on the trade, but Imma still yet to have his position revealed, so he could maybe try and activate back to a 2-on-2. Rusty and Imma won't be able to stop the bomb from being planted. Bemis is on the site, but they can play retake.
Problem is, Acor can't really link up appropriately. You can see he's still in towards lobby, so Bimis is on an island. Has to find at least a nice little corner to nestle himself into. Acor still waiting for rotates potentially away from that A bomb site, but they haven't really moved past his purview, and so he has to take a risk at some point or another. Emma already committed to lower.
Emma's going to be moving forward. This one-on-one could come through a little bit faster, but Acor, now that he started to rotate back over, you need to try and speed things up quickly. Molotov is available. Rusty's going to use it. It's going to start to flush out Beamers, but it's not spreading right over. Acor finds Rusty in the meanwhile. Emma's got 3 more seconds before Beamers can activate, and it's not even that. MOUZ Sports find themselves a lead on their T side, and the second half will have to be better from GamerLegion. We'll be back after a break to find out whether they can make it so.
Some days you wake up like the world is on fire. Last call came late last night, you're caved in and tired. One more lover that will never be found. Just another body in the cold, cold ground. It's a game show world if you think you can dance. It's good to be alive, give it one more last chance. I know the words burn you down.
A back and forth first half will give us a MOUZ Sports favourite beginning to the second, but MOUZ Sports favourite can drop very quickly. From T, I'm joined by Michael Yumi Cassidy. Michael, MOUZ looked good on the first half, but definitely some moments where I'm shaking my head wondering what's going on.
Yeah, some closer rounds, some closer post plants. See if that ends up being the case here in that second. A lot of armor being brought forward from MOUZ. No dualies, thank goodness. Rops does spot all these players over towards ramp, and he's out of there. GamerLegion, some territory to work off of, and they're keeping that pace towards B.
Rops is trying to find a few quick shots, but Frozen's the one taking first contact. He's traded out by Rusty after getting only one. Rops trailing back should be revealed soon. He knows where the players are, trying to cheat forward and find Era, but Era is pathing perfectly. Dexter and Acor are the ones to come through with the frags. Rops finally revealing himself, knows that the pathway back has to be to Decon. Isaac, however, is committing, and he's traded out quickly. Rusty's got another one. Suddenly the pistol master from the first round is coming back into play. He's getting ready, hoping for a quick peek, spots the man out, but can't get the head. Dexter around the corner will be found regardless. GamerLegion connect and get their aim.
This is his bomb site, the B site. Rusty keeps on giving the goods on pistols. And when it's needed the most, a clutch round there from GamerLegion to get things started. Here in the second half, MOUZ were doing a pretty good job, you know, picking off the pieces as it came to getting that bomb down. It was a 3-on-2, but Isaac made that move, that decision to close the decon door right behind him and commit to the site so they could go for these double swings, and it worked out beautifully.
Ooh, Acor. Playing if Rops could do it in the first half, I can do it in the second.
You see CTs try and jump themselves into that vent nice and early just in case the vent dive's attempted. It'd be an easy knife, easy kill.
Easy money. Well, Emma's hoping to get some easy money, but Dexter's going to be a hard cookie to crack. He will end up crumbling regardless, but Beamer's still on the bomb site, ready to find anyone out of position, but no one so far from GamerLegion will volunteer. Rops trying to go through. This could be a bit of a lobby crunch being set up between him and Bemis if they want to start trailing forward, get some kills for themselves. Imma is hunting, and I don't blame him for it. They've got Mac 10s. They're going to be shopping. Rops, however, will end up finding one of his own.
It's funny, with GamerLegion so heavily committed into lobby, when this bomb was down, it's almost like that bomb wasn't planted. Like, it almost looks like they're just trying to crack into this A bomb site once again. But found good timings as MOUZ were just postured up for a couple of these exits. That was actually one of the few instances, you know, I see people talk about the deagle change a lot on long-range fights for some reason. It's like that the deagle change doesn't affect those duels, but if that's the old deagle there, Dexter could very easily have found himself into 2 kills. They were lined up perfectly.
Would have been a very different situation. I know it's one thing that you've got a big pet peeve about, Michael, where people keep saying that, oh, if the old deagle was there, but no, that time actually.
It's like they see a sick round, like, oh, this guy got 4 headshots on the deagle, and it's like, deagle's not nerfed. It's like, yeah, not for that this type of fight. This thing's still one-shot headshots. Just about that pesky body spam.
Something tells me we're probably not going to be seeing too many one-shot headshots come through over here, unless Frozen is, well, never mind.
Yeah, he's gone.
He is.
Still can be recovered, though.
I suppose.
Acor's yoinked it.
He's also not bad with it, in all fairness. I've always found that Operas are generally supposed to be better with Eagles. Never know why, but
it's supposed to be better with pistols in general, actually.
Yeah, that's true, because you're on pistols all the time.
That was the old hypothesis about Kenny S and his deagle, or his pistol, rather.
I mean, there was the ultimate hypothesis about JW and his CZ as well. In all fairness, Rops is found. Era, the one who is doing the finding. Dora would be proud, Era, but now you're dead, and now she wouldn't be. Dexter's got another, and suddenly this is competitive. Imma will at the very least get Beamers down, but Dexter with the AK picked up could make this work.
Throws a smoke and could just very well find himself down this vent in time. Secret has been taken over, and he'll slip through these vents.
Imma's not going to be aware of this. Dexter coming through, but a smoke is meeting him. He doesn't quite know how to cheat past it, hoping that GamerLegion will be the ones to make a mistake. Dexter is not looking like he's playing for the win. And now that he's revealed himself, a good spray, but it doesn't fully connect. Not quite getting the delivery that he needed to. Realizes that a player is rotated over to the silo a little bit too late. and Rusty will find the kill as a result. MOUZ Sports make it dicey, but not quite.
It's not a very confident round, you would say, there from GamerLegion, especially considering that MOUZ only had that one pistol kind of floating about. You know, a 5.7, a P250, nothing too heavily committed, and that's why they can buy up all of these guns into the follow-up round. A lot of utility around it as well. You can see A-Core with that AWP.
Oh, A-Core. That's a lot of noise being made right there. AWP right around the corner. He gets the kill. Not on the player who was next to him even. That's an awkward moment for them. The kiss and boot not quite working out for him. Robson Frozen will be left to try and save if that is indeed what they'd like to do. With the smoke coming in, I'd be surprised if they've got other intentions.
I almost didn't realize that it was A-Core going for that play. Like, these guys jumping into the vent like that on the AWP.
I did a double take because I thought maybe it's actually a deagle run. I didn't realize it.
This guy's been watching simple demos. See some of the hijinks he gets up to on that vents ladder. And, I mean, A-Core almost pulls it out. Fair play to him. But by missing out on that effective collateral, the round does kind of just fall out of favor pretty dramatically. AWP can be recovered, though.
Can I just point out that Frozen, I'm not sure what mouse he's using, but he doesn't actually have the like company-specific software installed for it, I think, because it's doing that thing where the RGB just shifts continually throughout, where it's just slowly zoning from one color to the next, and so on. Yeah,
like the classic color cycle.
Yeah.
I've got a keyboard that also is RGB capable that I also don't just... I mean, I have the software installed, I just don't run it. I've seen a like 1 to 2% decrease in my frames, and so I'd imagine that's part of the justification.
So I've never had an RGB piece of equipment. Can you tell me if can the software just set it onto 1 and then you can just shut the software down?
So most of these mice or most peripherals don't have internal memory to hold on to some of that information. Some of the newer ones are coming out with it, so you can effectively run like your particular configuration on like light, so you don't have to install all these things when you go from PC to PC.
Fair enough. Because I don't like the entire having to run a software for it. That's one reason
I love the idea of the software usually, but it's just it has to be so lightweight you don't even know it's there.
Fair enough. Deep nade goes down. Rusty and Emma not going to be too bothered by it.
The fact that Frozen is above these secret steps could actually catch these GamerLegion players out. They're trying to make their way through, and they're trying to check it, but it's not good enough. Frozen, a double kill, but his escape path has been sectioned off. A Molotov will be thrown over, but there's the smoke to extinguish. Frozen's done enough, and he's kept them busy here on the side of GamerLegion. He even gets another on the exit.
Oh my god!
It's a solitary effort outside, and they cannot deal with Frozen.
Okay, MOUZ Sports back in business. All right, I see how it is, Frozen. Not had the best game so far, but now that he's found that 4K, he's up to 11. Before this, he was 7 and 14. So yeah, Frozen getting ready to deliver on the CT side. Quite like that.
And had all the resources he needed to keep himself alive. Just really well navigated. Got there at such a fast timing. And that's what some of the issues you might experience when going for some of these wall of smoke plays, is that if you don't have a player that's just ready to sort of face check some of the faster timings that CT side can take, that's where these players catch you out.
Oh, A-Core looked like he should have been able to find that one. Frozen, though, again, gonna be so tricksy around these smokes. He's moving past them. Kill fam through it. Rusty responds. Only one way to deal with that, man, is by shooting him in the head.
Oh, Bemis has crept down towards the lower side, and Rusty's Molotov does give up away the fact that he's here. Bemis off angle, and it's great. Dink straight through the wall, and so Bemis is still alive and kicking. Rob's over at ramp, though, receiving some pressure, and the first is good at distance. Isaac there on the trade, and now ramp is open territory. The AWP of A-Core moving in. Hey, he's brave to take that peek. Arrow was primed on it. Flash did nothing. Just too sharp on the trigger. Now Isaac left in the clutch. A 1-on-3 bomb on back, and the B bomb site can be breached.
Isaac sort of get this kill first. He knows it. Waiting for Aiko to go for the peek. Aiko's ready and shuts him down. 10th round secured for MOUZ. What's 11th? Very much on the way. If GamerLegion's economy is something to go by, I would not be surprised if this is where they try and go for a force, though, or even just a hero AK through Isaac. I haven't really seen a hero performance from anyone in particular beyond Rusty, but even on the T side, I feel like he's not been able to deliver all that much after the best round win.
By the way, something to note as well, that fight outside from Frozen, if he has an A1S there, he probably stays alive. Just the fact that those tracers were showing all the way through his spam. Simple rush here from GamerLegion right past the Molotov. It's only Rusty. The rest of the team were like, nah, we're not going through that.
Yeah. Lead by example doesn't mean they'll follow by example.
I receive a stern talking to. I thought I had soldiers on my team.
You do. Soldiers are afraid of fire.
Yeah, that is fair. Probably not good to put your entire body out in front of an open flame.
Or inside of one. Frozen, however, is pretty much an open flame on outside because he's been burning everyone, despite his name. It's supposed to be ironic. Sort of like calling Vu Little Vu, despite him being 6'7". Still can't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, you're gassing him up there. You're supposed to pretend like he's only 4'9".
I mean, look, his name is Donald Parkhurst, okay? Don't have to take his height away.
Don't give this guy airtime.
Well, MOUZ Sports, however, I'm going to send GamerLegion up in the air, maybe down on the ground. Either way works, huh?
I think he's actually living with the analyst of MOUZ, in fact.
Yeah.
Fishman.
Indeed.
Koi.
I'm sure he's going to be looking at this game avidly. I don't know if they're still living together, but they were before.
That's certainly a part of the arrangement.
Well, right now, Emma's gone. GamerLegion will be able to afford up and buy the next one, but MOUZ is looking significantly more convincing ever since his gun rounds have really properly gotten underway.
Yeah, and outside's going to be a bit of an issue. The same way that GamerLegion were attacking it with multiple players. If MOUZ can just leave players like Frozen alone, that's going to be great. Something that MOUZ love to do as well on the CT side is throw a little bit of a one-way smoke on the entrance towards that outside area. It lands on top of that first box that you can even use the T side to jump above these smokes and get a little bit of a view. Something they're not implementing heavily, but something we saw a lot at the major.
Zero's creeping forward. Dexter around the corner. He's turned around for a second. Zero
timing.
could have had that. Zero will still be found out. Dexter, good for one, and that's all he needed because Robs has been given the space in the chaos to come in from behind. Bemis as well activates long enough for it to look like Robs had a chance, but Rusty could turn around and shut him down. However, straight up to the heavens he goes.
Ikor missed the timing as well. So I have no idea this is coming.
Akor's not going to find him. Oh no, Imma. He lands that shot, but he's not going to be aware of Akor's positioning. Akor, he shoots a shot. That might be his demise. He scopes out as well. Imma has unlocked a round that should never have been in contention.
Oh, game of timing here for Frozen here on the flank. Something they have to account for. Imma's on the low ground, and Frozen actually gets the first, but so much damage done onto him. Rusty, round the corner, he's already separated from the bomb site.
I mean, he could even just be wallbanged out of it through the hut walls. This is going to be so tough. Frozen creeping through, kid at the ready. But Rusty as well isn't the healthiest of fellows. Frozen's got to be careful, made in hand while peeking out Frozen. The cardinal sin of clutches. Oof.
Yeah, had the Molotov. It's one of those moments where it sounds almost like someone's called it out, and he's, oh, okay, not gonna pretend like I know what's going on in their camp, but really second guesses, just peeking around it. Thought he was gonna wait for that smoke to fade just to capitalize on a timing. You know, if you're gonna go for a Molotov deployment, do it from within cover. Could have banked it off the side of the site. Instead, out in the open, it's easy pickings. GamerLegion, small lead, but a timeout called off the back of a round win. A little too close for comfort. The fact that they're unable to trade effectively when trying to burst out of that hut, something that may be discussed. But yeah, that timing from Imma is really what opens up that round, gives them the chance at it. And the fact that they're able to convert is all the better. MOUZ still have money to buy, but while there's heavy reserves in Dexter's pocket, the rest of the squad not feeling the same way.
Careful now.
Got a little jumpy on these scopes here on
Yeah.
Acor.
You can see the nerves setting in a little bit. Rops as well hasn't quite had the same activation we'd really hope from him, but at least over here he's good for the one and backing of Isaac. Be careful. Acor, this time he's not jumpy at all. Finds him, shuts him down. Now further wallbang attempts from Acor will net him nothing, although Imma's got to be scared anyway.
Oh, this position from Bemis as well is going to be a hard one to clear. They'll recognize that Lobby could have been compromised while they were focused on ramp. It's all about dotting all of their I's. And Bemis may be in a great position to pluck them out.
He's such a dangerous person over here. Even if he goes down, the point is that Dexter's in a spot where he can try and use the information to his advantage very nicely. Call for rotations backwards as well from the lower bomb site. Bemis is ready. Bemis is not going to find the kill, but like I mentioned before, you can immediately see rotations as a bomb was spotted. 30 seconds. Dexter just has to make sure they can't come through towards vent for the quick dive in, and even if they do, Frozen's there. It's such a difficult spot to break, but Acor's missed his shot. Rusty will find Dexter as well. Acor now making up for it, but is it going to be too late? Molotov forward, he can't adjust. Rusty's got it done before going down himself. Frozen comes in with a big flank.
Yeah, just jumped up those vents as soon as the Acor effort in from heaven is fully committed outward. That was what that flash was supposed to help enable. And just when they thought they might have had a little bit of room, the two players on the site, one to cover, one to plant, that's when Frozen showed his hand. Back into a tie game, and GamerLegion do not have the funds to contest this round, so it should be a lead taken here from MOUZ.
They didn't get the bomb plant either, so the next round won't be entirely comfortable either, unless you get a few kills. And with Rusty going down early, he's been the one to deliver seemingly every single major opportunity they've had.
I think on these force buys, we're seeing Rusty just be the one to jump out, maybe get some of this early information. He was the only one that actually invested in a deagle, so it has been salvaged, scavenged off his body.
Zero's not had a great game so far either. Not really been able to pick up the slack the same way, and right now Frozen shutting him down means that that's not likely to change. Frozen going for the good old eco frags.
He'll find the ace. Oh, and he'll get it too. Just nice and clean on the taps with the A1S. Simple pickings. Frozen outside is his domain. 4K, a 5K.
Yeah, he's been nuts. He's gone from 7-14 to 21-16. That's actually insane.
Yeah, this is not a free ride. Secrets off limits.
14-2 these past few rounds. That's
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. GamerLegion now. Could be now or never. MOUZ spots. Oh, Frozen is so confident. He spots out the player, goes for the pot shots, a flashbang over just to make sure he can peek out again. And it's all been for Rops.
Man, this is all turning up MOUZ sports because Rops has cleared out lobby.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, GamerLegion are in trouble. They should know what's up. They hear smokes being deployed outside, and Rops is going to make that call, even push deeper.
Oh, but they could trail back over here and find Rops. He's always going to be a possibility. Rops, however, will be met by people who are very much not observing him.
This is
At least
spooky.
not yet. This is getting very scary. But if they go for the mini pop, it could still work out for them. Bemis is trying to find some space. A flashbang over gives Rops more time as well. Spots out the shoulder of a player, but as he's leaning inwards, they've somehow managed to completely avoid it. But this is where the lineup comes through. He's got two, and Frozen doubles up from underneath. The dynamic duo of Mr. Cools and Mr. Ice. Really making that impossible for GamerLegion.
And you can see the A1S as well coming to fruition. Rops is getting this backstab, and they think they're getting shot from Mini. They can't comprehend that this guy has gone all the way through lobby, wrapped them around just as they're trying to break through Secret. They can't deal with Frozen, let alone a backstab. And so now, MOUZ in prime position to really take this one over the line, put themselves in prime position with that 15th, and GamerLegion have gone with a full force. Tech 9s are out. It's full util.
God, they are really hedging their bets on this one. A quick pop into A main, into A, maybe that would have been a way. You can see the Tech 9s working nicely, but going for a slow round with Tech 9s is always going to be risky. But yeah, the call's been made. You start to pop. Molotov to try and flush out. Dexter won't be spreading yet, and as it does, he'll be able to get 1 and more damage onto 0. It's Acor who's got to be careful, though. Significantly tagged up, and Rops is here to compensate.
No damage utility here for MOUZ, though, so cracking back in, it's all about these flashes. Frozen just waiting for the smoke, and Rops has found one off of that A-core flash. Secondary does come through, and they're finding the players out, and they know where they are positioned, but Ime's come up big with 2. It's 4 kills so far in the rounds, and now it's A-core to see if he can peel this one back, but he's just so low.
Money's pretty good on mouse sports, so going for this would not be something you hate, but at the same time, like you mentioned, Michael, HB is just not there, and Acor doesn't have the confidence to try and attempt this one. I don't blame him for it all too much, but missing out the shots early on when Dexter's managed to buy that much time and get a kill, as an opper, you cannot miss out every opportunity given to you when they're rushing you. It's just, unfortunately, it's one of those responsibilities on your shoulder that you cannot get around.
Yeah, needed to come up with a few more there, especially when the players on the bomb side are actually diverting a lot of that attention, but they make it work. You know, the flash timing on the far vent player and Dexter alongside the Molotov, he sat within it before he even realizes what's going on. Like, cannot escape the clutches of GamerLegion utility. The fact that you're able to work off of that 3v3, the recovered weapon for Ime, made all the difference.
And I mean, the calls on the Tech 9 force spies were exactly what was keeping them competitive yesterday in Mirage as well. The fact that they're able to do so right now is even more impressive when you consider that a lot of the time GamerLegion have had one major concern, which is that they're always playing up against map point / match point. You don't have the room to breathe if the other team is on 15. Right now, that's not true anymore.
They still have wiggle room here on the side of MOUZ. GamerLegion knows that they cannot allow them up to 15. They're already a map down.
Oh, Dexter. He's going to make quite a bit of noise. Zero's aware of what's going on over here. Bemis has found him regardless, so the flashbang's not going to matter. Dexter will have Frozen and Bemis picking up all the slack necessary. Might not see some of these kills, but at least they'll... Oh, him finds 2 quick ones. Decent damage dealt. Going for this round is nearly impossible. He doesn't have the bomb, doesn't have much HP either. Yeah.
Never really stood a chance, did he? A 1-on-5 where even with the 2 kills he gets on the bomb site, if those had come in a little quicker, if there was 1 or 2 more teammates alive, it's feasible. But now they're going to have to rely on another force buy. It's not ideal territory with their money. They might be able to get an AK or 2, but that fast pace from GamerLegion the round before was something that caught MOUZ off guard. And whether or not they make a similar call, going to be up for debate. It's their last tactical. And they've been pretty liberal with them throughout the games we've seen this tournament. But this could be their last of the entire tournament.
Mouse sports. MOUZ. Gonna keep messing that up.
Yeah, it's a strange time.
Yeah. MOUZ is still, however, coming out ahead in that strange time. 1 round away. A very tumultuous map, that is for sure. They're hoping to close it out without having to hedge for overtime. GamerLegion, however, are going to have players trying to boost up around the vent. They'll be revealed. Emma is traded. Bemis making sure that Dexter's death is for naught, but Era keeping things in their favor.
Smoke is great, but the tag from Acor, just a little flick adjustment. They have this flank coming in from Frozen, but it's going to be accounted for. They'll expect someone to rotate in from Ramp in particular, but that's where Isaac's distracted, thinking about Ramp and not from Lobby instead. It's a 3-on-3.
Arrow's going to be gone as well. This is where Rusty and Zero have to step up. Robs' position is going to be activating the latest of all. They're waiting for information to be given up, and Rusty's not turning out. He is so focused, but now that he has taken a different angle, this is where Robs could be caught out. Zero finds him. Robs distracted by the shot, and it's Zero traded away. Frozen to do it at the end.